So what you're trying to tell me is that it has a calculator. Well, why would I need a cell phone, first of all, and then why would I need a calculator on it? Well, honey, that's where I learned my reading, writing, and arithmetic in elementary school. Okay, well, daughter, we'll talk some more about this. I gotta talk to my fans here at the Birdhouse Book Club. And I promise I'll call you back. Yep, I'll call you back right after I'm done talking to them. All right. I love you, baby. Hi, Birdhouse Book Club fans. Guess what? There are a lot of birds in the tree, but there's only one bird in the house. And that's me, the flowered robin. Today I want to read from my book, Fortified City. You can find it right now on Amazon under my name, Robin B. Roundtree, or the title, Fortified City. I'm going to read an excerpt from the introduction. Let me get there. Actually, I'm reading an excerpt from Chapter 1, City Lights. And it said, understand that your presence in this world is no small thing. It matters. It is often said that if we all could just reach out and help just one person, the world would be a better place. But truthfully, unless the recipient dies after their encounter with us, we never reach just one. We touch generations and generations to come. The domino effect happens when we share the light of Jesus with others, and in turn, they share, and so on, and so on. I've talked before about us being a brightly lit city. And this excerpt, it talks about the significance of being that brightly lit city. Sometimes we see what we do in life as such a small thing. We may even see ourselves as small people that, we're not this person up here or that person over there. And so what we do is not very important, but it's always important. Every position, whether it's on a job or in our homes, is important. We say each one reach one, but it's never really one. Like I said, unless that person just drops dead right when you talk to them, after you talk to them, it's never one. God gave me a vision years ago, and he showed me one person. And then he showed me behind that one person were thousands of people. But you could only see that one person because they were lined up right behind. This is the vision he showed me. They were lined up right behind this person. But when he allowed me to look behind this person, there were thousands of people. We never are helping just one person. They're always going to turn around and help someone else. Even if it's just one more. So now you've helped two. But we never help just one. There's a domino effect that goes with that. When we pour into one child, the domino effect that has in their life as they touch other people, who will touch other people, who will touch other people. Just like I'm sitting here talking to you. Even if I'm talking to one person, you'll turn around and you'll tell somebody. And I'm not talking about you'll tell them about me, but you'll tell them about Jesus. If you have Jesus in your life, I don't know how anybody could just contain him. He's such a light. I remember when God first revealed to me, I had the gift of healing. And I remember feeling lit up like someone had turned on a light switch. And I couldn't contain what was in me. I had to go to work the next day, and I could hardly work. I just felt so lit up. And that's how we are as a brightly lit city. And sometimes people will tell you have a glow about you. That glow is Jesus. He can't help us shine because he's the light. So my point today is just to let you know that you're a brightly lit city. Your place in this world is so important. Because God has something specifically for you to do. And only you can do it. Can other people do that? Not your job. And not the way you do it. And like I've said before, it doesn't have to be a lot of pomp and circumstance. We don't know how we bless people. And we say this a lot with just a smile, but we don't. You know, some people don't get smiles. Some people don't get hugs. I saw a video of a homeless man, had been homeless for over 10 years. And this man who walks around and his name's Peter Bond. He walks around and he gives homeless people $500. And this particular man, he gave him $500, and the man was so outdone. And at the end, Peter says, "I love you, brother." And he went out to hug him, and the man backed up, and he stopped for a minute, and he said, "No one said I love you to me in 10 years. That was hurtful to watch. It was good, and it was bittersweet. So we don't know just the small things we do. It doesn't have to be money. You might not have money to give. You might not have anything physically to give. But you have a smile. You have a hand to wave. You have a hug. You have an ear. And the fact that you see them sometimes when it seems nobody else does. It's important to me to know people by their names. And not every name is easy. You know, we talk about what we may think is a crazy name or whatever, but it's their name. It's the name their mother or father gave them. And whether we like it or not, we need to learn it. They are a person with a name. They're not whatever. Or what's her name? Or you know who I'm talking about. Or the girl that always wears the red sweater or whatever. They have a name. It's so important to know people's names. Don't you like when someone knows your name? There was a particular boutique here for many years. And the reason I liked going in there is because the lady that owned it knew my name. Not only did I like her clothes, but she knew me by name. And she even got to know my style. She knew what I liked. Just little things like that. Just paying attention to people. You might have heard them say, I love chocolate chip cookies. You go buy them some chocolate chip cookies. Or make them some homemade chocolate chip cookies, even better. Just little small things mean so much to people. So don't think, in a nutshell, what I'm saying is, be intentional. Once again, don't think what you do is small. Remember, you're not just reaching one person. You're reaching many. Excuse me. You're reaching many, and you're reaching generations and generations of people. And those generations may never know your name. But it all started with that bright light you allowed to shine through you, called Jesus. So let's be obedient to those things God wants us to do, even if we think they're small or too big. And I'm talking to myself because sometimes God tells me to do things and I don't move right away. And sometimes I do it. I don't consciously know I'm being disobedient. In my mind, I'm trying to fix things. Well, I don't have this ready and I don't have this ready. And, is he really talking to me? All these things running through my head. Even me doing these videos, when God told me to start doing them, I was very uncomfortable with it. I'm here to tell you. And the funny thing is, I don't mind talking in front of people, but it's something about video that would always make me nervous. So I'm just here to say, let's just be obedient to God and understand everything he allows us to do in this life, everything he designed us to do in this life is important to somebody. How do we reach the masses? That's one way. Just be obedient to Jesus. Lift him up in our lives by being obedient. And with that, I will talk to you later with more good reads. I'm going to call my daughter back.